What is good, guys? So today I am in Cyprus. I am in the city of Larnaca, and as you can see, we got the Mediterranean Sea, and Larnaca is a city in the southern kind of part of Cyprus. And Cyprus is a country I know pretty much nothing about. I only know that they obviously speak Greek, at least the southern part. The northern part is they speak Turkish, and that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge of Cyprus. And so we are gonna be checking it out together. We're gonna see what it's like. I gotta say though that I'm a sea person, you know. I love cities by seas. Like I don't really have any affinity for mountains or any of that stuff, you know, like, but I love, you know, I love places near the sea, and Mediterranean Sea is probably one of my favorite kind of regions, seas in the world. And so it's nice to kind of be near the sea, near a, you know, a very kind of famous nice sea. And plus the climate here, it's really nice. It's like 16 degrees right now. It's like, you know, end of January, beginning of February. And so I'm gonna be checking it out. I know there's the capital of Nicosia, that's not on the sea, kind of in the center. I want to check it out. I think that's gonna be kind of a city that I'm gonna like, because I like these, you know, these bigger cities, right? These kind of capital cities. And then there's also city of Limassol, which is another beach city somewhere in the south, a little bit kind of west of where we are right now. And then we got Paphos, another beach city. And so we're gonna be checking it out, seeing how it is, what it's like, and getting the feel for it. And so you got kind of the main marina here of Larnaca. Got some hotels over there. You got some brave people. I just saw a guy like coming back from the shore. He just took a dip. We got some ships over there in the distance. Looks nice. Looks nice. It's definitely not high season right now. I'm sure this would look very, very different in like 6 months, or like even like 4 months from now. But still, very, very cool. Hey, you got like a typical street right here leading away from the sea, and it looks like it might rain like crazy real soon. I mean, look at those ominous clouds in the distance. Let's hope it doesn't. We got that over there. Now the question is, why am I in Larnaca? Well, Larnaca is actually a place where the airport is. I don't know if Larnaca is like the place to be, or, you know, it isn't the place to be, but this is where the main airport is. So we're gonna check out some of the other places like Nicosia as well. But I think one of the first things I want to do is get a feel for the city, just figure it out, you know, see what it's like. Is this a cool city? Is this not a cool city? Stuff like that. We got all these souvenir shops. Souvlaki. Well, that looks good. Yeah, the Greek food is insane. I absolutely love Mediterranean food. Cyprus food, really, really good. Alright, so we got our food. We got some lamb. We got some fries. Got some salad. Looking good. Bon appetit, everyone. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. So it rained a bit, and looks like it has gotten a little warmer even. It's telling me 15 degrees, but feels really, really good. There are people walking around with t-shirts on here. How crazy is that? Amazing. Now, one thing about Cyprus is the language, obviously, right? As you might have known by now, I'm big on knowing the language, or at least, you know, knowing what's going on. And I don't know Greek. I don't know any words in Greek, and I can barely even read it. I mean, I can kind of make out some letters here and there. And this is probably like one of the first times I'm in a country where, like, I don't know anything about the language, because I can kind of get by in Slavic countries, just kind of by reading it. I can kind of get by in Latin countries, right? I can get by kind of in Scandinavian countries, kind of similar, but here I know nothing. I know no Greek at all. But thankfully, I read somewhere that like 80% of the people here speak English here in Cyprus. I don't know if that's how it is in Greece, probably less. But here, there's really no issues, kind of what I've seen so far. And so right now we are in some historical area. I guess that's a church right there, some kind of a Orthodox church, which is kind of the main religion here. It looks really, really good. Here you have Russian writing over there. That's in Russian. And let's go and wander around this area. It looks very nice, actually. Looks pretty nice, very historic, narrow streets. And the rain stopped. It's kind of, well, kind of cloudy a little here and there. Look at this. This looks very nice. Very, very cool. These narrow sidewalks, narrow streets. Has that quintessential Southern European feel, obviously. And it's so quiet over there. Look at these bugs here. These look awesome. And you know, I believe they still use them as taxis in Mexico City, if I'm not mistaken. But these look amazing. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. It looks incredible. Lots and lots of stores, restaurants, you know, very, very touristy, obviously. And what are you gonna do, you know? This place, this island, you know, makes money from tourists, obviously. Tourism is a big industry here. And as a result, I mean, what are you gonna do? People are gonna be trying to sell various things to tourists. Makes sense. Here you got a building, well, this building, a bunch of other buildings that probably need a little bit of restoration. And there you have another building up in front that could really use some touching up. Now, another thing about here in Cyprus is that they drive on the other side of the street, and you know, the steering wheel is on the right hand side. So instead of you know, how it is normally, right? Normally on the left hand side. And so I remember I was in the UK, I was in London like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I was like, what's going on? It was the first time I was ever in the country that's on the, you know, the other way. And I remember in London, they write it on the streets, like check the right hand side first instead of the left hand side, right? But here, I haven't seen that. But the streets are so narrow that you can immediately tell, you know, where the cars are coming from. It's immediately evident. Let's go over here. And I was actually, you know, I was thinking to myself, you know, if I needed to explore this island, maybe probably be a good idea to rent a car. But then I remembered, like, they drive on the other side. And I rented a car in Thailand when I was there a while ago. And it took me a while to get used to it, and I still wasn't 100% comfortable driving on the other side. So I don't know about, you know, the whole, you know, driving on this, in this kind of place, in this kind of country that's on the other side. I don't know if I'm gonna be comfortable with that. You got a little kind of passage, a nice alley here with restaurants. You got galleries, photo galleries, things like that. More construction, things are being built, remodeled, finished, furnished, stuff like that. I guess my first impression of this place was, I mean, the buildings are kind of all over the place. There's really no uniform, right? You have like a 4-story, then you have a smaller. So it's this like mosaic, right? It doesn't have one style. It doesn't have like a uniform style. There you got a taller buildings. That was my very, very first impression. It's this kind of craziness, right? Kind of all over the place. And after Poland, which is relatively uniform, right? Like Warsaw, in kind of weird ways. This is something I'm kind of getting used to. And granted, this is very, very different than Poland, very, very different than Warsaw. But even just looking at it, you know, it's not all white. You know, the colors, they're kind of different shades, different heights. It's like, all right, let's try to make sense of it, you know. There you have, you know, taller buildings. There you have a couple of stories. Now, the reason I'm saying that is that on one hand, it's absolutely normal, right? Like that it's not uniform, right? But on the other hand, I mean, I've been to small Turkish towns that were all white, right? Because the mayor said, or the city government said, okay, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna have various regulations. We're gonna have rules on how you can build things, what colors they can be. And then for instance, you know, Miami, right? Miami Beach, they have certain regulations that, you know, buildings maybe in South Beach, that whole area, have to be a certain height. They can't be taller than this, they can't be taller than that. And that's what you get. But here, it's kind of all over the place, and that's the reason it kind of hit me. Is that, you know, can people really do, people really, like, you know, build anything that they want here? That's kind of what got me thinking. So, but still looks good. Looks very good, looks very interesting. The weather is awesome. That's the most important thing. I remember coming off the airplane once we landed here, and we had to walk to the terminal, and I'm like, so good, man, so good. Not like, you know, minus negative Celsius. It was like so nice. And you know, now like the sun is I'm feeling the sun even now. So weather is very, very important. Now, back when I was younger, right, I was this whippersnapper, backpacking, you know, backpack all over Latin America, a little bit of Asia here and there. I didn't really care for a place, whether, I can live here long term or this or that. I was just looking at it from a short-term perspective. But now that things are different, I'm looking at a place and I'm asking myself, can I live here? Okay, visiting is one thing, but living is completely another animal. Very, very different animal. And so that's kind of what I'm asking myself is this place livable? Like, is this place, right? This neighborhood, this city, this country even, can I actually live here? That's what's on my mind now. Can I come back somewhere when I leave and be like, listen, I miss this place. I want to spend a year here living. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. And so far I haven't yet seen that, right? I haven't yet seen that one thing where I'm like, okay, I want to live in that building, or I want to live in this building. I haven't yet seen that. That's what's on my mind right now. So I'm thinking about it. I'll take a look at that very, very cool mural. And that's a nice building. Very cool building. Now we're getting somewhere. That's a very, very cool building. Very nice. Look at those palm trees as well. That's a cool building. I mean, that's a house. That's a cool house there. We got Costa Coffee, which is everywhere. And I'm staying on the street right here. I think it's just around the corner. It's gonna be new stuff over here, I promise you guys. It's gonna be a new building. Look at that thing over there, that pillar or whatever that is. That red thing. Residence, Giorgio. There you have it. And I am in one of these buildings. Yeah, this building right here. That one right there. Nice and quiet here. Very, very nice. Very cool. Oh. So I decided to come to a coffee shop and get some work done because I was working in the apartment and I was like, nice weather, go somewhere else. And I'm here at a coffee shop. Got my cappuccino and this protein bowl, and they got these outdoor areas here, which is kind of nice. And honestly, it's hard to believe that this is like end of January, February, like the coldest time usually of the winter. And I'm just sitting outside pretty much. It's like, 16 degrees. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. Mediterranean life is no other life like it. There's no other climate like it. Got some work done. Haven't worked at a coffee shop in a long time. It's good for your productivity, for your creativity. Now I guess it's time to get some food. Maybe some gyros or souvlaki or something along those lines. Maybe try something new. So as I was walking, I noticed a Russian-speaking couple, and they were from Ukraine, and I asked them, where can I go? and they recommended this place right here, which is near to where I'm staying, very, very close. And the guy actually walked with me to show me exactly where it is. So gonna check this out. Hopefully it is good. It's already 5:30. Probably gonna be one of my last meals for today, if it's gonna be like one of the other meals. But yeah, let's try it out. Alright, so here's the menu. And look at this, it's in Russian. First time I'm seeing in Russian. What do we have? We got side dishes. Okay, hummuses, I guess. No hummus. I guess hummus is Middle Eastern, not Greek. More side dishes. And then we got some kebabs. Pita with salad, We got chips and salad, pita salad. We got a lot of things. Looks good. Looks very, very good.
Okay, guys? Yeah, it's very good.
There it is. Good. Thank you. Cheers. Alright, so we got the main dish. We got beef, salad, French fries. They seem to come everywhere, French fries. We got another salad there with some cabbage and whatnot. A sauce. I really like the sauce a lot. And we got pita bread as well. Bon appetit, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Well, that food was good. Very, very good. Big portions, but very good. So that was definitely my last meal for today. It's 7 p.m. already, and it's dark, a little chilly, I ain't gonna lie, but the food was excellent. And I actually remembered as I was sitting there, I used to live in San Francisco for a very long time, and I used to know this really good Greek restaurant, and I used to go there all the time in my neighborhood. And it was like a family-run restaurant. And I used to have Greek food all the time. I just forgot. It's been such a long time. Had all of these interesting Greek meals. So it's nice to be having this kind of food again. Good morning. So today is an absolute glorious day. Absolute blue skies. Sunny, gorgeous. And this is the first time I'm seeing sun in like, I don't know, 4 months, something like that, like complete sun. And so the plan for today is to find a bus stop, intercity, grab a bus to the capital of Nicosia. Just want to check it out, see what it's like. Heard it's pretty good. And we're gonna go from there. Freaking gorgeous day. Absolute gorgeous day today. Look at this. Maybe I should go for a dip in the sea. Alright, so there's our bus stop. And it says there, bus stop. This must be the bus stop. So the bus is not gonna come for another 45 minutes. And so I got some time to enjoy all this. Look at this. Absolutely amazing, picturesque day today. This is it, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is heaven. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. Let's go see how the water is. Let's go touch the water to see if it's cold or warm or somewhere in between. Well, it's not that cold at all. It's not cold at all. It's not bad at all. I should have brought my shorts. I would have went for a little dip. It's not that cold at all, actually. So according to my map, directly in front of us, you know, over the sea, is Lebanon and Syria, kind of depending which way you're looking at. Just that way is Lebanon, just that way is Syria, and then more towards the right we have Israel, right over there. But on the other side of the island, right, like on the other side, we have Turkey, right? That northern part, over the northern part we have Turkey. But just over there we got, you know, Middle East, pretty much. And in fact, when I looked up Cyprus on Wikipedia, it called Cyprus a Middle Eastern country, which is rather interesting, because they don't really speak a Middle Eastern language. Alright, I got the ticket. It's €7 for there and back. So not just there, there and back. Should be leaving in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, just made it to Nicosia, the capital. Population approximately 200,000. Let's go and explore it for a bit and see what this city is like. Alright, so here's just a random street, and we are looking for, I guess, the downtown area here, the historic center and whatnot. I think it's that way. Hopefully it's straight ahead. Haha, so I just got a message that I am in Turkey. My my mobile operator is telling me that I'm in Turkey, but I'm very close to the border to northern Cyprus, so I better turn off my roaming right now. Yeah, it looks like I'm on a Turkish mobile provider now. How crazy is that? So right over there is a checkpoint that you could cross, and you're gonna be in northern Cyprus, from southern to northern. This is Turkish speaking, Turkish territory over there. So I might check it out, actually. We'll see. So I just passed immigration, and here I am in the Turkish side now. So everything is now in Turkish. How crazy is that? The divided city of Nicosia. And now we can explore Turkish northern Cyprus. Look at that. And this right here is northern Cyprus. Like a different country. Lots of clothing shops, clothing stores around. Didn't really see that many on the Greek side. Had some Turkish kebab, and now thinking whether I should spend some more time here or go back over to the other side. see what else is here to discover. All Turkish ATMs, as you would guess. License plates are different. Pretty amazing, like it's pretty incredible. Walled City Cafe. Some market there. Look at that. Lefkosa, Nicosia. This is a cool little street. Very, very interesting. Kind of interesting restaurants. Those are street side cafes. Very, very cool. Here's the map. Nicosia Trail. I am here. This is where we are right now. And all of this to explore. This is downtown right here, and this is Cyprus, Republic of Cyprus. This is Northern Republic of Northern Cyprus. And so there's this trail that you can kind of wander. Routes. Okay, wander this trail. Yeah, this is definitely a cool little area. Nice coffee shops, nice cars. Look at that. Various signs of various attractions. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little part of Nicosia. The only thing is that it's noticeable colder here than in Larnaca. Larnaca was awesome. Here it's kind of chilly. Plus the wind. It's also kind of windy. But nevertheless, there's one thing I haven't had yet that I need to have before I cross over to the other side. And that's Turkish tea. I love Turkish tea. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and have it now. Alright, got the tea and some sweets here. Looks really, really good. And a Turkish delight over there. Bon appetit. Hope you're having a great day. Well, I got my Turkish food. I got my Turkish tea and Turkish sweets. Walked around a bit. Ideally, I'd like to explore this place a little bit more, but I'm kind of tight on time today, so I'm gonna be going back. Back to European Union and back to Republic of Cyprus. And just like that, I'm back in the Republic of Cyprus. Back in European Union. Amazing, amazing experience. Incredible. I love these places where you can just walk over and be in another country and even have passport control. So it's not like in EU where I was in Poland, I crossed over to Czech Republic over the bridge. Here they even have like passport control. They don't stamp it though, but still amazing experience, really awesome. So let's go ahead and explore Nicosia for a bit more, maybe a couple of hours. Get a feel for the city as much as we can, at least, given the time crunch, the time limit, and then head back to Larnaca. And here we are walking around Nicosia's, I guess, center / old town, maybe. Lots of shops, kind of the main pedestrian street here. And let's see if we can find something more modern. There's Starbucks. Where would you be without Starbucks? In fact, I don't remember seeing Starbucks in Larnaca. But here you go, no problem. Bershka. So all the main kind of Western chains are here. I have a feeling I'm gonna see Zara pretty soon. There's H&M. The Body Shop. So we are back at the bus station where I originally arrived, to Nicosia, but let's go ahead and explore that part a little bit, see what's on the other side, because we were over there. Let's go see if there's anything interesting on the other side. Oh, the great city of Nicosia. There you go, push button and wait for signal opposite. For opposite signal, signal to opposite. Okay, waiting. Alright, so this looks like kind of like a main drag here in Nicosia. Judging by the traffic and judging by that it has 2 lanes, which seems to be a lot for a city street. We're gonna go down that way and see what's happening. But it's also worth mentioning that Nicosia is at least it feels like a city, more or less, whereas Larnaca felt really, really small. And of course I'm a big city guy, so for me it's kind of important to be in a place that resembles more or less a city, you know? And so this place looks pretty modern, right? Take a look at this. Modern kind of sidewalks, lots of shops, the capital center, buses. Still can't get used to that they're stopping on the left-hand side, not on the right-hand side, but it is what it is. But you need a building for sale. There's the number, I think. Okay, there we have it. There's Zara. That's what I was talking about. So now we know that we are somewhere in kind of the modern center. We got Zara. We got a bunch of other modernish buildings. Take a look at that building over there. Look at that. Look at that thing over there. Look at that skyscraper here in Cyprus. Very interesting. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but looks like it's some kind of an electronics store. Very cool. I like this modern feel. I remember, I think I was in Poznan, and there's the old town in Poznan, Poland, and there's also a kind of a newish part. It looks looked very similar to this, like a part of Poznan. Look at that. Look at that building. Wow. Okay, so this is a nice kind of main street here. 5th Avenue. Nicosia's 5th Avenue. 5th Ave. They got some other streets over there, some other things happening. A shopping center here. Looks completely empty. Looks good, looks good. Let's go check this out right here. See what we got over there. But you know, Larnaca doesn't have, doesn't have this. Right, this is starting to feel like a city. And I like this. I like this a lot. I like this. I like the fact that it's, you know, if you look at it, it's all kind of has the same style, kind of white buildings. You know, they're all kind of relatively new, relatively modern. It gives my eyes peace. Instead of when I look at things and they're all over the place. Abandoned building, new building, old building, abandoned building. Here it's all kind of relatively in good condition. Look at this. Coffee break for rent. Okay, coffee break took a break, guys. Coffee break took a break. Okay, there we go. Lots of expensive cars here in Cyprus. Lots of well-to-do people, that's for sure. For sale office space in Nicosia Center. 284 square meters. Yeah, I guess another thing that's worth mentioning is that you see English everywhere, right? English is like, you know, it's all you could be mistaken for thinking it's like the official language because you see it everywhere. Obviously you see Greek, you see lots of things written in Greek, but you see English everywhere. And you know, I was looking at it and I was like, didn't really hit me. But the fact is, you know, I'm in Cyprus, I'm not in, you know, in the US or whatever, but you see English everywhere, and so you have no problem with English here. They say, I read somewhere that like 80% of the people speak English here, which is a big bonus. And probably, you know, comparing it to Greece, which is kind of similar culture, similar food, if I had to guess, it's probably not like that. I mean, maybe somebody can correct me, but maybe in Greece it's not as common, you know, for everybody to speak English. Whereas here there's no problems at all. Signs, buses, bus drivers, everybody understands English. It's funny, they used to have these meters in New York a long time ago. And people would drop coins in there, and then you would have this thing where you would, you know, twist this knob and it would have a timer. I didn't realize, you know, people still have this. Countries still have that. I thought everything is electronic now, but looks like they still have it at some places. So I think I've seen it all for now, kind of what I wanted to see. I've been in the old town. I've been in the newer part. I think I'm gonna be heading back to Larnaca. Still gotta do some things back at the apartment. So I think I'm gonna be heading back. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Take care. Bye. Bye. Back in Larnaca. Good trip. 1 hour and you're in Nicosia, 1 hour you're in Larnaca. And that's one thing so far I really like about Cyprus. You know, one of many things. But one thing in particular is that it's easy to kind of get around. You know, you want to go to Nicosia, no problem. It's 1 hour. You want to go to Limassol, same thing. You want to go somewhere else, very, very easy. It's kind of the bus network. Very easy and very, very hassle-free. Gorgeous day today. Completely different day than yesterday when it was raining all day. But today, I'm gonna be taking a trip to another city called Limassol, which is a bigger city than this one. And some people recommended to me that I check it out. So let's see what it's like. Alright, so the bus dropped me off, not in Limassol, but about, they say, half an hour away by foot. And I was telling the bus driver, drop me off in Limassol. He's like, this is as close I will get as I will get. So now I gotta walk or take a taxi, but they said it's a nice walk. So let's go see what it's like. This is kind of nice here. We got these apartments, some resorts or whatnot, hotels. Kind of cool. Beautiful weather in the middle of winter. Not bad at all. Alright, just arrived to the center of Limassol. I had to take a bus to get here, another like 20 minutes by bus, 15 minutes by bus. And now we are kind of in the center. And this actually feels like a real city, quote unquote. Because Larnaca was very small. Nicosia also a city, but I guess when I thought of Cyprus, this is kind of what I pictured, more or less, right? A city by the sea. And that's kind of what we have. We have this nice little park area, a little boardwalk here, cement walk, you know. And we have this beautiful view over here. Look at that. This is kind of what I thought of when I thought of Cyprus. These are the images that kind of popped into my mind. Of course, you have the, you know, the historical areas, the historical center. I believe it's just down there, these smaller streets, but this is kind of what I thought of. And in Larnaca, it wasn't the same. They had a boardwalk there as well, but this is a lot nicer. We got some ships over there. And Larnaca is somewhere down there. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful day today. Sunny. Gorgeous. So we're gonna be doing some exploring today. Alright, so this is a little bit towards the center. Just to give you an idea of what like a street here looks like. This is kind of a street. And it's nice. It's nice. Very kind of narrow streets, and then you got those pedestrian streets that are narrow as well. One thing I'm noticing a lot here in Cyprus, and not just in Limassol here, but lots of, it seems like every other building is, there's nobody there. It's either for rent, for sale, or like fully abandoned. Lots of abandoned buildings as I'm walking around. Like here you have a store, but over there you have a closed building. Then over there you have maybe a coffee shop there, but there you, right in front of us, we have an abandoned building. But this is more like a city now, right? This is kind of what I was expecting. All right, you got shops, you got nice streets, and a very typical Southern European feel to it. Look at that little street. Very cool. Very cool. This is kind of what I was expecting. Serbian grill. Right, you got these restaurants here. Stores that sell clothes, clothing shops and whatnot. And then you got another little street here. A couple of buildings are in, how shall we say it? They're between owners, let's say that. They are currently looking for a new owner. You know, like how you say a person is between jobs? Same thing. Here's another pretty cool street here. I love the trees and that kind of feel to it. But then you have an abandoned building just across. Seems like it's part of a scenery, of the scenery here, you know? You got cats. This is cool. You got these big trees there. Very, very nice. And it's also worth mentioning that I'm hearing a lot of Russian here. It seems like every second person speaks Russian. So I don't know if it's like, you know, it's that many Russian speakers here from the former Soviet Union, but Limassol is the place where they come. This is the city, right? You got little stores, little shops. Okay, this seems more like kind of what I was expecting, what I had in my mind when I thought of Cyprus, kind of like this. You got these little streets, little shops, then you got that big, you got the beach over there with the nice boardwalk. That's kind of what I was thinking of. Alright, so it's 1:13 p.m. and I haven't had food yet, so I'm looking for a place to eat. I found this souvlaki Livadias. We're gonna go check it out, see if it's good or not. Yeah, this is exactly kind of what I was thinking of. So I'm happy that I ended up visiting the city, because this is a pretty interesting place. There's the souvlaki place. Let's go check it out. Alright, this is what we got. We got chicken and we got some beef down there. And I got a drink. And this is what the place looks like. Very typical Greek. Beautiful blue skies. What else can you ask for? So this is the first time I'm ordering this kind of meal, because I used to order plates before, but this is delicious. This is really, really good. The potatoes are awesome. And the meat, the chicken is really, really good. Very, very happy with this choice. Alright, so the food was good. Very, very happy with the place. Delicious. Haven't had that type of food. I guess that's called a souvlaki, if I'm not mistaken. But it was really good. Now let's explore a little bit more of Limassol. Let's get the feel for the city. See what it's like. See what the city is you know, feels like. Now this definitely feels more along the lines of what I like. More kind of along the lines of what my style is right here. You got these narrow streets. You got these kind of, just the overall feel. I mean, you could tell this is, you know, an island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. It's got this whole southern vibe around it. Here you go, a typical street here in Limassol. We got an office building, look at this. We got some companies. Haven't heard about, I don't know any of these companies, never heard of them. But maybe you have. So that's kind of what it feels. Feels like your typical small Mediterranean city. Okay, it could be somewhere in southern Italy, could be somewhere in southern Spain. They all have the same feel. Now another interesting thing is that, in case I didn't mention this before, I met up with a local the other day from Cyprus, and he told me that Limassol is like twice the rent of like Nicosia, and even more than twice the rent, apartment rents, than Larnaca, where I was staying. So this place is pretty pricey, right? We're talking about, I think the numbers he threw around was like a small studio apartment, like a regular studio apartment, maybe in a nice area somewhere. It's like $1,500 a month for like a contract. If you were gonna get something short term, it would be like $2,000 a month, which is insane. Which is absolutely insane. And in Larnaca, it's like half the price, and in Nicosia, it's like half the price. So, yeah, I definitely like the city. This is 100%, you know, my kind of Mediterranean city. This is 100% my kind of place. But if the prices are like, you know, sky high like that, I don't know. That's very, very serious. Oh well. You know, you gotta pay to play, I guess. And from what I understand, there's obviously lots of kind of newer developments, newer apartments, nicer complexes. I'm talking about like 5-story, 6-story kind of complexes, not these skyscraper thingies. Something like that, which is nice. But overall, like, pretty cool. Pretty good place. Obviously, there's so much I can kind of get the feel for with limited time I have. But take a look at that building over there, that whole area. Let's go walk around to have a better picture. Let's go look at that street right there. It looks nice. So this is a really nice street right here. I love these kind of streets. You know, nice kind of buildings. Everything is kind of designed properly. You don't have abandoned houses, at least not yet. And so take a look at this. You have this kind of 1-story house, but I like this right here. Take a look at that one right there. Beautiful, right? Great condition, very Mediterranean. You live over here, you're like, you know, 5 minutes from the beach by car. I mean, look at this. I haven't seen something like this in any other part of Cyprus so far. I haven't seen something like this in Nicosia or Larnaca, but this is really nice. You got a hospital right here, so in case something happens, you got a hospital. But these are really nice. Look at this, Indigo Center. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look online at what the prices are. Indigo Center right here. This is nice. No complaints, right? Or maybe this is an office. I don't know what it is, but in any case, looks good. All of this looks good. Looks nice. Even that building right there, not as nice as the previous one, but still looks pretty good. Does not look bad at all. Of course, if you're living over there, you're gonna have a view of this. That is until they build something over here. But for the most part, you got a clinical laboratory. You know, it looks like the Cyprus I imagined. For the most part. Now, one question I have that throughout my stay here in Cyprus is, like, where are the people? You know, it's, for the most part, it's relatively empty. There's not a lot of people. And I don't know if people are, like, they can't be away from the country. They can't be out of the country, right? Because this is like low season, right? It's not hot or anything. And so it's almost like, it kind of feels like, you know, the peak of summer in Europe when everybody leaves, like in August. There's almost nobody here. So, you know, maybe somebody knows, they could tell me more about it. But it's so empty. In any case, this is a cool little street. We got more like really nice kind of developments. These single-story houses, a little bigger. And then you got a multi-apartment building right there. Looks nice. It looks very, very nice. I don't think those are offices. So that looks pretty nice. Look at this beautiful kind of Mediterranean, that Mediterranean style that I absolutely love. I think it's one of my favorite styles out there. And here you got kind of one of the main streets here. It kind of runs down the middle from the sea, which is over there, to the north, which is where I'm going to kind of explore the city a little bit more. Now, regarding the people, I just had this thought. Maybe nobody walks here. People just drive here. I think that's the key. It's not a really walkable place. It's more like you gotta get around by car. I think that's the secret here. Because you know, you see a lot of cars, but you don't see people just walking around. And so yeah, it has that, you know, kind of California climate. California feel, in a sense, Southern California, where everybody has a car. So you definitely need a car. You take your car to the mall, you take your car to the beach, to the restaurants, etc., etc. That's kind of what it seems to me. Not a truly walkable place. There's a Romanian store, written in Romanian as well, with the Romanian flag for my Romanian viewers. And here's kind of what the residential area looks like. We have this residential area, and then we got this building right here. And immediately, this reminds me of San Diego. This totally reminds me of San Diego, like La Jolla neighborhood and whatnot. Very, very San Diego-ish. Very much. Here's another residential building, apartment over here. Very, very Southern California vibes. So I stopped by in this coffee shop here. Really nice. I'm trying some local Cypriot cake. It looks really, really good. And I got some hot chocolate.